Hi, I'm Victoria Foster Harrison of the Curly Girl Art Studio in Port Townsend, Washington in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Today I am showing how to use wet adhesives for collage work. I am an encaustic monotype artist and I also do encaustic collage. My favorite adhesive is a dry adhesive made by Scotch or 3M. It's called a 568. And I have a different YouTube video that is called Adhesives for Encaustic Monotypes and Collage for you to watch the process of using this one. Today I'm going to show you a variety of wet adhesives and how to use it. This one is called Jade 403. I'm sorry the label is gone, but it's made by Talas Online. That is Talas online.com. Another adhesive would be an archival PVA glue. This one in particular is made by Lineco. I know several artists that love to use Sarah Colors gel medium. I am using today a matte medium by Golden Products. I love anything made by Golden. There is a spray adhesive called Super 77. This one is to be used outside as it has really strong fumes. I love this type of glue. It's made by a company called Art Glitter. It does not have glitter in the glue. That is just the name of the company. But I love that it has a very fine tip, which is great for getting into little corners and edges of paper ephemera that has a torn edge or cut organic edge. This one is called a mixed media adhesive made by iCraft. And this one does not come in large volumes of adhesive, but I do love using it. And it tends to not buckle the paper as much, but I am using it in small quantities. For greeting cards and if I'm on the road traveling and I'm doing collage, I do like this Yoo-Hoo glue stick. And lastly is a solution that is made by Crystal Neubauer, and it is a combination of Yes Paste and acrylic glazing medium. Please do not use Yes Paste on its own. Once it's dry, it is water soluble, which does not work well for moist environments, such as the Pacific Northwest. This is a mix that I made up, and I have Crystal's last name on it, Neubauer. That's how you spell it. Then I have containers for my medium. I just use recycled products. This is a yogurt cup. I have my matte medium in there right now. And I do like to use containers that have an airtight lid to store extra bits of adhesive. I use a throwaway catalog for adding the adhesive to my paper ephemera. I am right-handed and I use this on my right-hand side, and I use it to glue my paper ephemera, and then I flip the page when it's got glue on it. So I will start with this piece. I have already cut out my pieces that I want to glue. I use a self-healing mat, a metal ruler, and I use a retractable X-Acto knife. I take pliers and cut off one of the sections of blade so that I have a real nice sharp blade when I'm cutting my paper. And please, when you're using a retractable blade, make sure that you have it in a locked position. I also use a variety of embroidery scissors with a real nice sharp tip if I want to cut something out in a particular shape. I do have burnishing tools, which I'll show you shortly. This one comes in the 3M568 box. This is a bookbinding tool, and this is from my local hardware store. It's just a paint scraper. So let me show you this piece that I'm going to glue. I have a page from a French book. I have a water container over here with slices of a swimming pool noodle, and that helps keep my paintbrush in place. I always have a pile of paper towels handy when I'm working in my studio. I'm going to wipe that brush off. I'm going to lay my text page upside down in this catalog page. I'm going to brush the whole thing. And then I'm going to smooth out any of these lumps and bumps that happen. I will lay that on my page, just eyeballing it. You can lay down little dots of pencil marks for registration if you like. This page in my throwaway catalog is wet of glue now, so I'm just going to turn the page and get my next item glued. Using this catalog helps to get glue to the very, very edges. Go ahead and lay that down on my piece. Turn my page. And this is a piece of paper ephemera from an Asian journal. Just going to lay that down. And one last piece. There is still room on this page of my catalog, so I'm not going to flip the page quite yet. I'm going to put my brush back into the water so that the glue does not dry on my brush. And I'm adding my last piece. I want to make sure that that glue really sticks. So I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper or wax paper. I'll just use wax paper this time around. Lay it on top of my piece, and then I'm taking one of the burnishing tools and just giving it a rub from the center out. And this will help flatten it. If you have any bubbles, take the tip of a safety pin or a hairpin to, looks like I had two pieces on there of the Asian paper. Well, I'm just going to leave that one down. Now I will take it and put a fresh piece of wax paper on top of it and lay books on top of it so that it will lay flat. If you have any additions to what I've shown here today, please feel free to leave comments. And there's always new ideas to learn from each other. Thank you so much for joining me.